Joining us now, BYU basketball women's coach Jeff Judkins. It's a Tuesday, and that means we are jamming with Juddy. Coach, first of all, congratulations again on winning the West Coast Conference tournament. What we just discussed during the break is BYU, the lowest seed in WCC history to win that tournament. Now you get a 14 seed. You take on Louisville and Tampa. There's a lot going on. How have you been able to process everything that's happened over the last week?
Well, we enjoyed the conference championship. We had a lot of time to kind of relax and get some players healthy and just get caught up in school. I mean, we missed 5 days of school for that tournament, and it's a lot missing. And then now we're going to miss another 2 or 3 days.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it. For me, it's worth it.
It's about the student athletes.
Sometimes student athletes when their finals kind of go with worth it. But, I'm real proud of my team. I mean, I think nobody thought we were going to win it except for us. And when we won the close game with St. Mary's, which I knew would be a close game, I knew it would come down the wire. The ball bounced our way. And then Gonzaga, I thought we played one of our best games. We did a great job of really getting them dismantled, not knowing what to do. I had 2 coaches that stayed and watched our game that were, coaching, and they said they've never seen Gonzaga look as confused as they did against us the last 10 minutes of the game.
Wow.
So that was a positive thing. And then, San Francisco was playing really well, and it was a scary thing because they had nothing to lose and really everything to gain. And my team came out and executed, and we had to play more zone than I've ever played in that game. But they stuck to it and really, paid off in the end.
Last night was FHE for you and your team as you watched the NCAA selection show. When 14 seed playing 3 seed Louisville comes up on the screen, what was your reaction?
Well, Louisville's a good matchup for us. I thought we're better than a 14 seed, but I think part of it was a lot of people don't know the women's have changed their format. Top 16 teams get to host, and Louisville
on their home court.
Louisville cannot do it because the men are having a tournament at Louisville. So it went to the next, and I think how they do this with that, it moved us out east instead of the west because of that. And then I think with us not playing on Sunday, playing the Saturday, Monday, that causes some issues. And so I was shocked that we were a 14th seed. I think we're better than that. I think we're 11 or 12. That's what Gonzaga ended up being 11th. I think that's what we've been in the past. But with this new format, I think that changed a little bit. For us, it's a good advantage because Louisville's not playing on their home court. It's neutral. But Louisville's a very good team, and they're very well coached, and they've been there before. But, so was North Carolina State last year. They were good in the ACC, so we'll look forward to it. It'll be a great challenge for us.
So was Nebraska, for that matter. I mean, you knock off a 5 and a 4 seed to get to the Sweet 16 before you give Connecticut a really interesting game. You said yesterday our team isn't scared. Why do you feel like your team isn't scared of a 3 seed in Louisville?
Because we've played good teams throughout their career, a lot of them. I mean, let's face it, we played the number 1 team last year who has won 9 championships. And if it wasn't for a couple plays here and there and wasn't for my bigs getting tired, who knows? We might have beat him. And we scared him. I mean, we took his jacket off, and he was worried.
Dave Rose took his jacket off.
Gino Ariema was worried.
And so I think we've done that. We played Oregon State, in Hawaii, and they're a 3rd seed. Gonzaga has been good for all these years. People don't realize the 7 of the 9 games we lost, those teams are either they're going to the NCAA tournament or they're going to the NIT. So, South Dakota State, Northridge is going to the NCAA tournament. Oregon State's going to the tournament. Gonzaga's going to the tournament. St. Mary's, Pacific, San Diego are all going to the NIT. So, we lost some games. We lost to some pretty good teams. So that's a positive thing. But, as I said to a lot of people, every team can play now. There's no question the number 1 seeds have the easiest way of getting to the Final Four of how it's all set up. But it's one game. It's not like it's a NBA where it's best out of 7. One night, that team cannot show up, and you can be on fire, or you can be playing your best game, and you can beat them. And that's how we look at it.
That's what makes it magical.
It does. I think that's what makes it exciting is, it's like you go watch last night, Miami plays Cleveland, and Miami kills them. Cleveland's a better team. But that one night, Miami was ready to go, and Cleveland wasn't. And it's the way this tournament, that's why it's so exciting. And you see a lot of upsets. The women's is not as much as the men's. I think there's a lot of reasons for that. I think the women, they don't graduate. They don't go play in the pros after 1 year. They stay for 4 years. They get seasoned. They get used to it. But it's an exciting time.
I remembered that I said on this show that if you beat Connecticut, I would shave my head. That was the first shave my head reference.
Mm-hmm.
So in the second half, I had a flush of worry as you took the lead. I remember that. And then someone said, "Are you getting nervous?" I was like, "No, I hope they win, but no,
Yeah.
I think I'm all right." Now you look at this year, you and 2 members of your staff, Jeff Hurst, Josh Morzaleski, said that you would shave your head if you won the WCC tournament after the St. Mary's game. When's that going to happen?
It wasn't going to happen today, but Jeff's down in St. George with the golf team. He gets back tonight, so tomorrow.
That's a rough gig.
Yeah, it's a real rough. Tomorrow we're going to do it. The team's going to do it after practice.
Awesome.
And I don't have much to lose, so I feel bad for Jeff. He's the one that's going to really be the one that's going to show more.
And Dan Nielsen got scared.
Yeah, Dan Nelson didn't really want to do it, so he's trying to grow some mustache or something. I don't know about that. Guess they'll shave that off tomorrow for him.
How much of a stash has he grown?
I've never seen one, So this is
He's
his
been
first
growing
one.
it for 28 years.
Yeah,
or
28 years.
30.
He's doing it. But, that's one thing. It's this team, we have a lot of fun together. And, we enjoy the things that we're doing. And, as a coach, I couldn't have been more proud of my team and what they did in the tournament. They stuck together no matter how hard it was. And whatever reason, most of them, they've done that. They step up when things are tough, and that shows a lot of character on their part.
Jeff Judkins with us on BYU Sports Nation, the head coach of the WCC tournament champs and 14-seed BYU Cougars. They will face number 3 seed Louisville in Tampa, Florida this Saturday at 4 Eastern, 2 Mountain Time. Coach, our Twitter question today deals with expectations for BYU basketball in the NCAA tournament. We'll let you answer on both accords. What are your expectations for your team and for the men's basketball team?
Our team is to definitely win our first game and hopefully have a chance to advance like we did last year. There was nothing more sweeter than that, to be able to get the Sweet 16. I've been really lucky in my coaching career with Utah. I was there several times and got to the Final Four, so I know how it feels. The volleyball team got to feel that this year. They've been knocking on the door and winning 2 or 3 games, and then they got a chance to get to the Final Four and have a chance for national. It can happen, You just things got to bounce the right way for you. So for us, it's to beat Louisville, which would be a great win for us and for our conference, to be an ACC team. And then I think we do have an advantage this year more than last year. If we can, our first game's harder, no question. But if we can win that, then we play the winner of LSU, South Florida, and I think we match up with both those teams pretty well. So who knows? For the men, I really thought they got a bad deal. I mean, how does UCLA and Texas and Indiana get in it? And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's money. It's prestige, the name of the school. But BYU matches up really well with Ole Miss. I think they'll win tonight. The hard part is they got to fly away and then play this game so quickly against Xavier. I didn't understand that part of it. But if they win that game, their matchup's pretty good too. And that's all you look at as a coach. You look at what teams you match up the best with, and they can beat Baylor. If Baylor gets that far, they can beat Baylor. Their hardest game will be Xavier, in my opinion. I've seen Xavier play and travel and all that, but, they're tough. They're playing good basketball right now, and wasn't for maybe 7 minutes in that Gonzaga game, they're right there. So Dave's got them playing well, and I'm sure they're going to be excited. You saw what Haas said, when we got in the tournament. Hey, I made the tournament. Now we're going to do something. And I think for them to feel really good and have a great year, it is getting to the Sweet 16. It just is. That's kind of the goal that a lot of teams fight for. UConn women, it's the Final Four. But for mid-major schools, it's getting the Sweet 16 and having that chance. A lot of people don't realize in the women's game, the last mid-major to get to the Final Four was 2002, I think. Maybe even farther than that. And that was when I think it was Missouri, something school, I can't even remember the name. They got that far. And the men's, it's been a couple teams have done it recently, so it can happen.
Jeff Judkins on BYU Sports Nation, Coach. I know you're a believer in the BYU Sports Nation karma after what happened in Las Vegas at the West Coast Conference Tournament. So we're gonna go ahead and give you a portion of that BYU Sports Nation karma, and let you take that to Tampa, Florida.
It to Florida.
All right. It'll be nice. It'll be nice for us to hopefully come out and play like we can play. That's the key that every coach wants his team to do. Come out and play their best basketball.
And that game's on ESPN2 as well. You can watch that Saturday.
Coach, good luck against Louisville.
Hey, thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. Hope we can do it.